In a world full of complex problems, some issues really are black and white. This is one of them. Ukraine's fight isn't just about their land, it's about yours too. It's about the right to exist without being crushed by whoever has the bigger army. It's easy to get tired of hearing about wars overseas. It's easy to think, well, it's complicated, or maybe both sides are wrong. And a lot of the times that's true. But sometimes, even in a messy world, the line between right and wrong is unmistakable. This is one of those times. Ukraine isn't some brand new country that popped up out of nowhere. Through centuries of empires rising and falling, Ukrainians carved out their own culture, language, and identity. Their modern borders were recognized internationally in 1991 after the Soviet Union collapsed, when Ukraine declared independence, and the world, including Russia, agreed to honor it. And Ukraine did something extraordinary for peace. They gave up their nuclear weapons, the third largest arsenal in the world at the time. In 1994, through the Budapest Memorandum, Ukraine dismantled those weapons, and in return, Russia, the United States, and the United Kingdom promised to respect Ukraine's sovereignty, independence, and its borders. Russia signed that agreement, the United States signed it too, and that matters. World peace isn't held together because everyone plays nice. It's held together because nations honor their promises, even when it's hard. When powerful countries break their word or stand by when others do, trust collapses. And when trust collapses, war isn't usually too far behind. So Russia broke its promise. And now the question is, will others break their promises too? In Russia, some might argue that Russia had no choice, that NATO was getting too close, or that Ukraine somehow belongs to them. But that logic falls apart the second you think about it. Ukraine is a sovereign nation. Its people chose independence. They weren't forced into it. NATO didn't invade Russia. Ukraine didn't invade Russia. No country has the right to erase another simply because it feels threatened by its freedom. And if Russia's fears justify conquest, then every dictatorship on earth gets a free pass to do whatever it wants, wherever it wants, to whoever it wants. That's not peace. In 2008, Russia invaded parts of Georgia. The world barely reacted. In 2014, Russia invaded Crimea and backed separatist violence in eastern Ukraine. Again, too many leaders hesitated. Each time, though, we see the same pattern. Push a little, take a little, see who will stop you. If that sounds familiar, it should. In the 1930s, Adolf Hitler started small too, tearing up treaties, swallowing neighboring lands like Austria and Czechoslovakia, while the world convinced itself it wasn't worth the fight. British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain came back from negotiating with Hitler and declared peace for our time. But months later, the world plunged into the deadliest war in human history. Appeasement didn't bring peace, it invited catastrophe. Now we're standing at a crossroads again. Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022 wasn't the beginning. It was the next step in a long, clear pattern. And if we fail to stand firm now, it won't be the end either. This isn't about loving every policy Ukraine ever had. It's about something much simpler. That promises should matter, that borders should matter, that people should matter. Because if we let might make right in Ukraine, then every treaty, every international agreement, every fragile hope for a rules-based world order, it all becomes worthless. And if you think that won't touch you, think again. Other bullies are watching. They're watching to see if a free world still has the spine to stand up for itself, or if all it has left are slogans and excuses. Freedom doesn't defend itself, peace doesn't preserve itself. They survive only when people are willing to fight for them, even when it's hard, even when it's far away. Supporting Ukraine isn't about being left-wing or right-wing. It's about being decent. It's about learning from history instead of sleepwalking into it. It's about realizing that the cost of standing up is almost always less than the cost of standing aside. Because when a country invades its neighbor, tears up its promises, and tries to rewrite history with tanks and missiles, the excuses it offers aren't reasons, they're just alibis. Sometimes there really is no room for gray. And this is one of those times.